Lolo, just go ahead and talk about the win.
The win, it was stressful because, like always, they do this every year. They tell you what you got to run to, you know, get the extra bonus, and you're focused on just winning. And so this year I was like, I'm smart. I'm going to outsmart them. I'm going to cover my ears when they announce what I have to run to win. Because I knew Jen had just broke the record, but I didn't know what I had to compensate and run. So I put my hands on my ears, and you know, I'm just saying prayers and talking to myself, and then I hear nobody talking anymore. I'm like, okay, take my hands off my ears, and then they go 784. I'm like, golly, that's what I gotta run. So defeated the purpose.
How satisfied were you with the actual race overall?
Well, I got out and a little bit surprised that I hit the gun exactly on it, and then so I kind of had a fumble over the first hurdle. I was a little bit high, and Halise, as you'll see, is in the race. She's right next to me over 1, 2, and 3, and then I slowly start to pull away. So it was a little bit sloppy at the beginning, so that's why I was so surprised I ran 784. I thought, when I crossed that line, I was like, okay, I know I just won, but where am I at? I didn't think I had it. I didn't think I had it, so shocked.
You're coming off of a very successful European campaign. How does that feel coming over here to the States once again, running this well, and now heading into the outdoor season?
It's just a great setup. You know, normally at this meet I run 788 all out, and so to have a sloppy race and still run 784, it just shows that I am finally a mature veteran hurdler who learns from her mistakes and is not going to hit any more hurdles.
Lolo, after Beijing, is everything you do from here on just a major motivation for?
Definitely. I mean, failure always inspires people, and you know, sometimes it can break them, but I feel like it's making me. I feel like I'm just using it as fuel to the fire, and I just love every time I get on the track. I feel like it's another opportunity just to prove myself as one of the top hurdlers in the world, and I just love it.
What are you gonna do with the 25,000?
I'm definitely gonna help my mother. So just probably help my family out. You know, it's tough times all around the world for the economy, and you know, a lot of my family members are struggling, so probably just, you know, help my family out. Always give some to my church, and you know, whatever other foundation I can find to support
You don't have nightmares over Beijing, do you?
Not as much anymore. No, definitely not. Yes, this thing is finally, I feel like this thing from the Olympics is finally over, and I'm at a point now where I'm learning from it, you know, and I'm embracing what happened. So I think that's really cool.
Can you just go back? I know this may be a little bit repetitive, but just talk about when finding out what you needed at the time, the stress.
I know, yeah.
Sorry, am I getting in your way with that?
Okay.
Well, I knew they were going to set me up like they did last year. Last year they did the same thing. They were like, oh, she only has to run 788 to win the BC. So I knew it was going to come this year. So I was like, I'm going to outsmart them, and I'm going to plug my ears. And so that's what I did. I plugged my ears while they were talking, and I could hear, you know, I could hear them talking, but not knowing what they were saying. And I didn't know what time I had to run. I knew coming to the meet I had to run 86, but then Jen broke the record, so then I didn't know what I had to run. And so I covered my ears, and then I didn't hear anybody talk anymore. So I'm like, oh, he's done talking. Take my hands down, and he goes 784. I'm just like, defeated the whole purpose of me blocking everything out.
When you turn around and you see you've got that 784, you went crazy.
I know, I couldn't believe it, because it was, my first hurdle was so sloppy, and in the race, you know, I felt Halise the whole, like, over the first 3. And at that point, the money, you're not thinking about the money, you're thinking about when, you know, get a national championship title, that's what you're thinking about. So when I crossed the line, I was like, I won, but I just did not think I ran 784, and it was just so crazy to run exactly what I needed to run. So yeah, I went a little bit ballistic.
How much does the visa thing mean to you? Is it the money, or is it just the prestige of sort of, you know, kind of doing it all? You had one race where you had to do it, and you know,
well, it's just the excitement of it. You know, athletes, there's a circuit to run certain times, and you're not just competing with people in your event now. Now you're competing with pole vaulters, long distance runners, and it's just exciting, it's thrilling. And then it comes down, for me, it comes down to 7 seconds. You know, pole vaulters, it comes down to their attempts. It just adds a thrill to the event, not only for the spectators, but for the athletes. I mean, literally stressful, but you know, when you succeed, it makes it all the better.
But it means something to you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the support that Visa's doing it, you know, to help out athletes, it's incredible. It definitely means something.
Speaking of the Visa Championship Series, Des Moines, Iowa, Drake Relays is going to host their first event this year. How excited are you for that?
I'm super excited because it's my hometown and it's going to be on TV, and ASIC sponsors the meet, so it's like everything's coming together. It's going to be beautiful.
Are you over the Olympic final now after the season you've had?
I'm learning from it. You know, I'm definitely learning from it. I don't know if I'll ever be over it, but that's a good thing because I think it will inspire me for the next 4 years. I definitely have plenty of inspiration when the tank is running dry. So.
How often, you said you thought about it every day in training? Did you think about it that much? Or?
I would say definitely the hard days when there was an effort that I felt tired on, or I didn't feel like pushing myself. I was like, remember the Olympics? Not that I was out of shape at the Olympics, but it's just definitely something to help push you.
Okay.